Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDogs.com for your overnight report. Before we get to the complimentary selection, let's talk about one of the newbie questions that I get asked a lot, which is, are these games fixed? Is Vegas making it so they want everybody to lose? Okay, let's let's use the Detroit Piston Denver Nugget game tonight. The line closed at 16, 15 and a half in some spots. They won by 17 points. So from a newbie's perspective, this was a close game. The favorite almost lost, or the dog almost covered. No, this is an efficient market. That's all it is. It's an efficient market. So when clients ask me, like especially the newbies, are the games fixed? What they're doing is they can't understand how close these games come down to the number. Fortunes are not made in this business picking blowouts. Fortunes are made being on the right side of a half a point. That's it. That's why closing line value is so valuable, right? Closing line value is so valuable because it's the difference most of the time between a half a point or a point, not a 30-point blowout. So the answer is no. The games are not fixed if you're a newbie. It's just an efficient number. And what I tell people is this, as someone that's a very poor 50-year-old chess player, grandmasters, play at the highest level in competition in chess. And for the most part, it's going to be very hard for a grandmaster to get beat by a human being. But a supercomputer can whip the hell out of a grandmaster, and it's been proven in events, right? The way AI is and technology is now, a supercomputer can whip a grandmaster in the game of chess. Think about that when you make a wager. You are the human being, the grandmaster, the novice, the fan of chess. And every time you place a wager, you're playing against the supercomputer. The line that you had no say in, the line that was made by the computer. Enough of the dispelling the myth of what most people think when they see a point spread on a game. They think there's a smoky room with old 80-year-old gangsters wearing fedoras, chomping on cigars, saying, let's make the number this, let's make the number that. Johnny, let's. This is nonsense. Numbers are made by computers. Numbers are made by corporations. Yes, once those numbers are released into the wild, they move from wise guys. Wise guys not being a mafia term, but wise guys being a knowing what to do, not do term, having certain strategies in your arsenal that are auto betting situations where you don't put yourself in a situation where over 1,000 games you have a negative expectation, you have a positive expectation. So, for instance, I had a client today send me a text before game time. He said, off topic, do you like the Philadelphia Eagles -3.5 in the first half? My immediate response was, from a wise guy perspective, you would auto bet the Giants at home +3.5, and then proceeded to explain to him. You take the point spread of the road favorite and you divide it by 2. If the number is greater than that number, you take the dog because you're getting value on the dog side. So the Philadelphia Eagles are laying 2.5 at the Giants. Divided by 2, the line is 5. They should be laying 2.5 in the first half because both sides of the game are binary. They're the same. But the sports books make you pay to bet Philadelphia in the first half by 1 point. So that line goes over a key number of 3.5. You just auto bet the Giants because you're getting a field goal plus a half a point. So there's no handicapping needed. There's no trends needed. There's no statistics needed. There's no Philadelphia is the better team needed. Doesn't matter whether they lose by 30. Doesn't matter whether they're winning 24-0 at halftime. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Being a wise guy is knowing the system in the auto bet scenario and trend with an absence of handicapping that has nothing to do with trying to play chess against the computer. So That was a valid question that he asked. The answer he was given had nothing to do with statistics, nothing to do with trends, nothing to do with analysis. It was just a wise guy's answer. The line is -5. You're laying a point too heavy on the first half. You auto bet the dog. Now, after the fact, you could say, wow, look at that. And I even followed it up and I said to him, same thing in the Detroit Pistons matchup, which is you could take Detroit plus the 9.5 because the line is 1.5 point greater. So if you're someone that bet the Denver Nuggets tonight in the first half, you laid 9.5 instead of 16 when you should have laid 8. You lose the first half, you cover the full game. These are wise guys strategies that you can put into your arsenal when you have a desire to just bet on a game for the sake of betting on a game. And what it does, the reason why they're called wise guys, is they're always on the right side. Regardless of the outcome of an individual game, long term, they're on the right side. With that being said, the number one team in all of NBA against the spread is the 23-10 Oklahoma City Thunder. They're traveling 45 minutes from where I'm doing this video to the Washington Wizards, laying 11.5 on the road. The line opened up at 11.5 and is still 11.5 overnight with very little movement. Washington, on the other hand, has been holding their own. They're 16-19 against the spread. So what would a wise guy do? A wise guy would just take Washington plus 11.5 and let the chips fall where they may. That is your wise guy complimentary selection, the Wizards. Good day and good luck. You want to jump on board with the Dime Club? Text the number below. 1 week is a nickel, 1 month is a dime. If you can handle the high volume trading strategies, send me a text message saying, let's chat. Good day and good luck.